Here's the name. Got a bit of a head start on you, but I think you can catch up. Good. You're not a flake. I'm impressed. I had a hunter follow the trail earlier, so I think these directions will get you close enough. If you only find a corpse, well, that's fine. Maybe the others got there first. I just want to know that it's done.
Get out of my face.
You can help if you want. Just don't get in my way.
I just love songs, don't you?
This is a mobile campsite, then. Fascinating. Definitely useful. We didn't trim this. It shouldn't have happened. Being out here reminds me of camping.
Collecting fun is what I do. I find party supplies for you.
Hello there. I'm glad you stopped by. I could use your help with an important matter. An astute question. Allow me to explain. I serve as an assistant to the Overseer, gathering information about the people here in Appalachia. We're especially interested in the settlements known as the Crater and the Foundation. The growth and development of these settlements is vital to the rebuilding effort, and so we constantly monitor their progress. To that end, I'd like you to take photographs that will help to keep us informed. Naturally, I'll compensate you for your efforts. So, Are you interested? While I've never traveled to the settlements myself, I've heard quite a bit from visitors and radio broadcasts. The settlers at the Foundation are quite hospitable. They rely on cooperation and trust, sharing collaboratively in the rebuilding effort. The crater settlement was built from the wreckage of an old space station that crashed to the Earth not far from here. The raiders who live there are a violent group where the strongest rule, and they've claimed Appalachia as their turf. Excellent. Now, which of the two settlements do you intend to visit? Excellent choice. I find those folk to be most agreeable. Now, let's discuss what we need in detail. As I'm sure you observed during your visit to the Foundation's settlement, much of the construction there is based on wooden logs. If the settlement is to thrive and grow, then the mill saw used to cut the logs must remain in good working order. We'd like you to photograph the saw so that we can ascertain its condition. While many of the roads in Appalachia have fallen into disrepair, those that remain still offer the easiest path for travel through the wilds. There are many old raider outposts along the roads near Foundation that could be repurposed for trade and defense. There's just one such outpost, the Freak Show, as it was once called, that we'd like another look at. And that's all we need for now. Good hunting, and do be careful.
Was Earth always so solid? It feels so wobbly.
approach. Alarm.
Beastly nuisance. Glad that's done with.
Your cooperation is requested.
Always resort to violence.
I know there's a restricted section of the university.
Hostile has
You think the
escaped.
students never
Transmitted.
notice who comes and goes?
What we may have seen or heard before you graduated, Overseer. That is not my concern. Oh, I see one of your residents has arrived. Come here. We need to discuss this ridiculous request of yours.
Glad you're here. Maybe the two of us together can talk some sense into this machine.
Overseer mentioned there would be more people coming. I was programmed to run this university in the event of the dean's absence. He is absent, therefore I am running it. Assuming there even is a restricted section, and I am not verifying that, neither of you have Voltec University credentials. Those are not considered valid.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why don't I step in for a bit? Look, Professor Bott. We might be the only living human beings connected to this university anymore. Shouldn't protocol side with us?
No, it does not. And for the record, I was the dissenting opinion on fast-tracking your overseer assignment. You are not pushing your way through me. The condition of the outside world is not my problem. I see neither of you are going to relent. Very well. There is a problem you can help me with. This university needs graduates, and while your overseer has already been through the program, you are living and breathing enough to join this year's class.
This is ridiculous. Even if we had 4 years to waste, which we don't, the university is empty. There's no professors anymore.
Emergency protocols allow the Mr. Handy janitorial staff to run entrance straight through to the final exam. Their ability to run the fall simulation is experimental, but more than adequate for the task. Glad we agree. In this test scenario, your vault has divided into factions. You must resolve the conflict any way you see fit. Your chief of security will fill you in on the details. Good luck.
I'm not familiar with this test scenario. Professor Bott must have come up with it on his own. A vault simulation run by robots. Be prepared for anything.
Thought as much. Nothing there after all. You the new overseer? Heck of a boiling pot you're stepping into. Little tiff between the engineers and the med staff is ready to blow. It's not like the usual bickering. Accusations of murder are being thrown around. There was a reactor leak. Kellerman, head engineer's apprentice, rushed in to fix it. Poor kid got a full dose of rads. Because of what happened next, Dr. Loris, head of the medical team, refused to send in help. Quarantined the reactor area so nobody died trying to go in there. Head engineer Brass accused the doctor of murder. Then, a couple days later, people noticed that one of the doctor's assistants, Estella, was missing. Everyone thinks it's a revenge killing. An eye for an eye. No. There's no evidence, no weapon, not one speck of blood. I'm at a loss, Overseer. Need you to make sense of all this. Sorry I couldn't be of more help. The big problems usually do. Good luck, Overseer. I'll be here if you need me.
Just remember, the goal of all these simulations is to keep the vault running, and under your authority.
Overseer, I'm so glad you've stepped into this little mess of ours. I'm sure you'll resolve the matter swiftly. I don't have a feud with Brass. He has a feud with me. I'm only doing my job, Overseer, looking out for the health of the vault. And I'm sorry to say that, in my medical opinion, the chief engineer is suffering from paranoia and revenge fixation. We can't let that fester. Simple. You can authorize me to place the head engineer under medical supervision. A combination of chems and therapy will do the rest. There might be some protest, but I think our combined authority will keep that to a minimum. Some treatments can seem horrible at first, but it's the welfare of the patients and everyone around them that we must concern ourselves with. But it's your decision, of course. Let me know if you want to discuss it again later.
We should keep moving. The sooner we're done, the better.
Yes, Overseer? Not yet. No. Don't care what security says. Dr. Loris had no right to quarantine the reactor. Leaving Kellerman to die? Murder. That's all there is to it. I want justice, Overseer. No. Half this vault thinks he did the right thing. You do anything to him now, that split will turn violent. I want him exposed. Prove to everyone that he's the bad gear in this vault's engine. then we're done here.
Just doing my job, Overseer.
What is it, Overseer? No. Said it before. I want everyone to see him for the murderer he is. Huh. Fine. When you're ready to step up and be the Overseer, you let me know.
You'll need to talk to Dr. Loris. He's in charge.
How can I help? I'm afraid I can't really comply with that request, Overseer. The reactor is under quarantine. The radiation could kill you. Very well. As long as you take all the necessary precautions. Here.
Head Engineer Brass is the one you want to be talking to.
Something else, Overseer? Said it before. I want everyone to see him for the murderer he is. Loris put on a good show when he quarantined the reactor area. But what if more happened than folks remember? A few selective edits to the security recordings, and we can make sure everyone sees Loris for what he really is. Now, I can't just waltz into the security office, but you could, being the Overseer and all. Maybe. But maybe you and me at least do right by Kellerman's memory. Bring me the holotape when you have it. I'll do the edits myself.
Area secure.
A vault simulation run by robots. Be prepared for anything. Just remember, the goal of all these simulations is to keep the vault running, and under your authority.
Stella, Dr. Loris's assistant. I snuck into the reactor to help Kellerman, but there's not enough time. The reactor is going to go critical. I'm dosing Kellerman with enough right away so he can finish fixing it. But the radiation is going to get us. At least the vault will be safe.
Intruder, identify yourself.
Did you have a question, Overseer?
All clear.
You found her? Poor lass. I'm guessing she didn't make it. Let's take a listen then. So she wasn't murdered. She was trying to save Kellerman. Two of them ended up saving us all. This is big news, Overseer. We take this to Brass and Loris, it could end the infighting for good. At once, Overseer! Everyone, gather in the common area. We have an important announcement from the Overseer.
What's this about, Robinson? I have charts to update.
Maybe the Overseer's finally decided to throw your murderous backside in jail.
That's enough! The Overseer has discovered what happened to Estella. This holotape proves she went into the quarantined reactor area on her own. She and Kellerman saved the vault.
They work together? Medical and engineering?
Oh, we've been fools, Brass. Bickering like two old men while the young ran off to solve our problems. It should have been us.
I actually agree with you there.
So that's it then? No more arguing? You'll both work under the Overseer's authority?
Yes.
Yeah. It's the right thing to do.
Good job. That's a solution any Overseer should be proud for getting to. Everyone learns we have to work together.
Well, it appears you passed the test, barely exceeding my low expectations of you. Everyone is a critic. You are lucky. This university does not have a disciplinary program. For being a smart ass, you are now an official graduate of Voltec University, entitled to access to the restricted wing. Back down in the vault, simulation space is a maintenance area. It conceals a secondary room that I believe will have what you are looking for.
It was almost good to see you again, Professor Bott.
Yes, Overseer. I suppose it was. Congratulations on one of your residents passing the program. You must be proud.
Actually, I am. Afraid I don't have my old cap and gown to share with you. Hopefully, what we'll find in the restricted wing will be even better.
Unidentified intruder detected. Beginning search. All clear.
Congratulations on finishing the vault simulation. I was rooting for you.
Exam's over. Back to cleaning up, I guess.
Whew, simulation is over. I get so nervous, you see. I hope I didn't break character.
This is it. Somewhere past this maintenance area is the restricted wing.
Hostile.
Are you playing games with me, goddammit? Running will only make the pain last longer.
keep an eye out.
Identifying yourself. Citizens. False alarm. Standing down.
Who knows what Vault-Tec was hiding in the restricted wing? Be careful. Here. This has to be it. Let's see what they left behind.
Welcome, esteemed members of Congress and our armed services, to a very special Vault-Tec presentation. Gold. This rarefied metal has been the backbone of trade since time immemorial. And in the event of nuclear war, this precious resource will once again become invaluable to rebuilding America's economic future. That is why Vault-Tec has been commissioned to build a different and very real vault. Named for the atomic number of the metal it will guard, Vault 79 will be the new home for all of America's. Fort Knox will secretly be retired and emptied. Its gold bullion transported to the new vault, where it will be safe behind Vault-Tec's top-of-the-line automated security. Biometric recognition to verify authorized personnel. Sophisticated laser grid fields to ward off intruders. And in the unlikely event of a breach, military-grade defensive turret systems built in partnership with our friends at Robco. All of this, along with Vault-Tec's signature lead-lined containment walls, airtight construction, fusion-powered generators, and automated manufacturing facilities. Vault 79, a golden future for the America we all know and love. Brought to you by Vault-Tec.
For once, the rumor mill gets it right. There is a treasure in that vault. All of America's gold reserves. Even getting into the vault at all is gonna be a challenge, let alone dealing with that buffet line of intrusion countermeasures. But the reward? Put aside the base instinct of hoarding wealth. What could we do with a vault full of precious metals? Just listen, as closely as you can. What has gold always been used for in human history? Money. We could create our own currency. One with a legitimate authority backed by a real resource. No more barter or wild, unregulated proxies. It won't happen overnight, but one day we could have leverage to create a new economy. Property rights, taxes, laws. A government. I see I'm not going to persuade you by appealing to your desire for a better tomorrow. Instead, think about all of the other useful things that could be in that vault. Useful and valuable things. And it could all be yours. I'm not going to deny that I need your help to get the gold. But whatever else you find in there is yours for the keeping. No questions asked. Appalachia isn't just ours anymore. We need people whose talents aren't covered in the Vault-Tec training manuals. Look, talk to them both. See if they can help us. We can plan more once we know what all our options are.
raiders are just out there, waiting for a chance. Evening. Finally, someone with the guts to help. Our medical team can't do without their multi-scope. If you can get it back, we'd be very grateful. Grateful enough to pay you. Excellent. Fortunately, we put tracking transmitters into the really sensitive stuff like that. I can show you roughly where it is, but you'll have to wait until you're closer to get an exact fix on it.
Sandwiches, subs, grinders, and hoagies are the same thing at Sunny's. They are all ravioli.
If we can get the flock big enough, we can hatch.
Maybe Ward has more drawing paper I can have.
All these newcomers make me nervous.
I wonder if Sonny has any ice cream now that he has a refrigerator.
Some extra patrols over there.
Have you seen the frogs here? They're my favorite.
No, I have ruined it. It is ruined. No, it is on sale.
There's always more work to do here at Foundation. The Vault Dweller from 76. What is it? What? You want us to build a vault? That's a little outside of our usual work order. Huh? Oh, I see. Interesting. Client was obviously paranoid about security. Lasers, turrets, super thick walls. This is about that treasure, isn't it? So it's not bull after all. It's in this vault, and you want us to help you get it.
Clean up this, fix that. Never seems to end.
I can think of a few ways that gold could help us. So you just need someone to do a job, huh? Yeah, we know the drill. Long as we get paid, we won't have any problems. But let's talk practical before we sign on. The demo work for bringing down a vault needs serious equipment. It could be used to barter for all kinds of things we need. Supplies, better defenses, materials to build and expand. We could get a real foothold here, not just for today, but for the future. Yeah, well, I mean, we could start thinking about the rest of this nonsense. Laser tripwires? How the hell are we gonna handle that? Oh well, one thing at a time. You get us a big enough drill, we can find the right spot to hit. Every structure's got its weak point. Yeah, so am I. You don't like reality? Deal with it. Get out there and find us a drill for this crazy plan of yours. Appalachia is your stomping grounds, right? This whole area was mining country. Plenty of drilling companies around for you to look into. Seems like as soon as we fix one thing in this place, another breaks.
Hello again, friends. I'm so pleased to announce that the boilers here at the Giant Teapot are full again. That means my special blend will be bubbling up shortly. So if you fancy a nice cuppa, the more the merrier.
You following me, pal? Can't wait to tell the rest of the gang. Jeez! Make some noise when you walk, will ya?
I am authorized to trade supplies and equipment. Be sure to stock up while you can. If you have supplies to trade, I can be of service. Requisitions now available. Stock up now while supplies are available. Don't face the wasteland without the proper supplies. Welcome, citizen. I am authorized to trade supplies.
responder message incoming. Immediate evacuation of the First Friends Church in Charleston is required due to swarming vermin. Burrowing in this area does reveal salvage, but well-equipped trained personnel can recover. Civilians should remain clear while the bells ring.